So the latest mainline Shin Megami Tensei game was just announced yesterday. Shin Megami Tensei 4 Final. The events foreshadowing this announcement were pretty weird to say the least. Basically, on this website advertising the reprinting of the original Shin Megami Tensei 4 in Japan, a mysterious symbol was displayed, and 1,500 tweets were required to open up this vault, so to speak. And once the quota was met, we were shown this new key image for Shin Megami Tensei 4 Final. And I had my hopes high, to be honest with you, but they weren't that high to think a brand new game in the mainline SMT series was going to be announced. That honestly kind of blew my mind. And that's exactly what we got. SMT 4 Final is a brand new game for the Nintendo 3DS that follows the events of the original Shin Megami Tensei 4. And it is currently slated for a February 10th release in Japan. This image also displays the word deicide a lot, not to be confused with decide. Deicide is the act of killing gods, which is a pretty common element in pretty much every single Shin Megami Tensei game. And this image also says that, are humans only a tool for deicide? ? What does this mean exactly? I don't think I know, but god dang, this looks amazing, guys. For those who don't know, out of all the Shin Megami Tensei games, number 4 is my personal favorite. So, yeah, I'm a little bit excited to see what this game has in store for us. Based on the promotional information that has been given to us, we can determine that Final might actually have a different tone than most Shin Megami Tensei games, as there is a peace symbol behind the A in Final, and interestingly enough, this sort of creates an anarchy symbol while simultaneously having a peace symbol. This, along with the main character's clothing having the phrase "no war," makes me think that peace and war might be the conflict in this game in a similar fashion to law and chaos of the other Shin Megami Tensei games. Just a tiny bit of my own personal speculation, of course. There's nothing been confirmed of that, just something I thought I'd mention here. But now let's move on to the characters that this one image shows us. So first up, we have our presumed main character wearing an olive-green jumpsuit with several medals attached to it. Oddly enough, this game also has a lot of green going on in its promotional artwork. As behind the logo, we can see there is a camouflage design, which makes me think maybe this guy's a member of the Counter Demon Force, or something of that nature. Now let me reiterate, this is the presumed main character. There's been no confirmation on who this is or what he does, but hey, he looks cool, to say the least. Moving on to the next character though, we have a mysterious looking demon with a question mark on the top of his head. Interestingly enough, this is the same symbol that appeared on the door before the game was announced. How exactly he's related to our presumed protagonist, I'm not sure. My guess is that he's perhaps a new national defense divinity, but can't think of too many Japanese gods that have question marks. I don't really know. Whatever it may be, I really enjoy this design. Whether it is made by Kazuma Kaneko, I'm not really too sure. It's really unclear, as he is the only demon artist actually credited on this image, but that could simply be in relation to his previous works in the series being included. Regardless, I'm also really enjoying the new Merkaba, Lucifer, and Medusa designs in the background here. And wait, is that Flynn's ponytail? I don't really know. Whatever the case may be though, I really hope Kazuma Kaneko is actually making his reappearance in this game. He has not been a lead artist for a while now. The last game was Strange Journey, which was a while ago, so I hope he's finally coming back. The other thing that stands out immediately is Navarre, who apparently died and became a green ghost. I mean, okay. Wasn't the biggest fan of Navarre in the original game, because he kind of just shows up and then he's gone for pretty much the whole game. You kind of forget about him, then you do that one side quest. It's kind of a weird inclusion, but hey, at least he looks pretty funny. He kind of reminds me of the Soul Hackers Spookies logo. Don't know if that's intentional, but I caught on to that. So that's kind of a cool. If you're a big fan of Navarre though, hey, he's coming back, and he's green like his. Hopefully he'll be more useful in this game than he was in the last one. But yeah, that's. I don't really know what to say about that, honestly. Moving back to the right, though, we have a redheaded girl holding a shotgun, which is reminding me a lot of Nozomi, who was relegated to only being a sprite in Shin Megami Tensei 4, sadly. despite her being a really important side character. If this is in fact Nozomi, I hope she will have a big impact in the story as maybe a heroine type character. That'd be kind of cool, and hopefully that also means Laura Bailey will reprise her role as her voice actor. Okay, that was really dumb jokes aside, though, the rest of the characters all look really nice too, but I actually don't have that much to say about them, to be perfectly honest, as they all appear to be brand new. Whether these are all Law or Chaos characters is yet to be determined, but personally I believe they are all neutral, and if the game is to include Law and Chaos heroes, they're gonna hide those for a later date. Feel free to disagree with me. Obviously, this fellow over here with that spear looks very lawful in nature, but if Priest Hugo has taught us anything, it's to not judge a book by its cover. That's all I'm going to say on that. That's my current hypothesis, is that all these guys are just neutral characters, and we'll soon see some Law and Chaos characters at a later date. But yeah, a very brief video. I will admit, I honestly wish I had a lot more information to report on, but I do not, sadly. Regardless of that, though, I cannot even describe to you how excited I am for this game. Like I said before, big fan of original Shin Megami Tensei. I was really confused why they didn't make another game using the same assets, but to my surprise, they're actually making it all along, so that's kind of funny, I guess. But anyways, enough of my fanboying. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, because I will be keeping you up to date with any new information that we get on Shin Megami Tensei 4 Final. That name is so Japanese. But yeah, this week's Famitsu comes out on the 10th, so chances are high we'll have some new information then, because there are going to be some interviews with the directors of the game. And after that, the next day, we have the Shinjuku Disaster livestream event on the 11th. That will be an hour in length, so chances are really high we're going to get a lot of new information coming out really soon. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this video, with Ibon Roku Fire Emblem coming out in December, SMT4 Final coming out in February, and Persona 5 coming out next summer. Oh man, this is gonna be a fantastic year for SMT fans, and oh man, this was a good day. Honestly, I'm still kind of in disbelief that this is real, but yes. See you guys in the next video. Bye.